It's before the bell. Podcast slamming all comers. Bloodlines, hot thighs, yeah, no runners. Boys Martin, J, and CT. Laid out for the count. 1, 2, 3. Before the bell podcast. Before the bell podcast.
On you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. I feel so good to be amongst you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. What is that? Before the Bell. I am Main Event CT. I am joined by the legendary Urban Gladiator, Jay Washington.
Oh, that's cool.
And apparently I am joined by Marlito.
Marlito, yeah. You got it, man. Good to be here, you know. That's cool. It's cool to be here amongst Before the Bell, you know. With my boys, the Judgment Bell here, you know. Cosmic Mysterio, Damian Feast, you know, right here. Real cool. How you boys doing? Good week of wrestling, huh?
What are our names?
Cosmic Mysterio.
Cosmic Mysterio.
Damian Feast.
Damian Feast.
He's our leader, you know. Southside of Puerto Rico.
And coming back fresh from being the only black man to ever step foot in Albania, performing shows there and Switzerland.
That's right, yeah.
Marlito, a.k.a. Matamaro.
That's right, man. It's cool. It was a cool trip, you know. Highly recommend. We got to go out to Europe more, you know. They don't give us these opportunities a lot as black Puerto Ricans.
Technically, everybody. Anyway, that's another conversation. I will say this. Where'd you get the wig from?
What wig?
Oh.
That's not cool.
That's not cool.
This is
It looks like you broke up with a girl with a dry ass wig, and you were like, "Oh, I'm leaving here with something." This wig, I just want to get a spritz bottle and spray the sides of it.
Like I couldn't get her lashes or anything. I just whatever I could grab.
This is Wig City. Why? I don't even know what's holding on, but I appreciate the fact that you go above and beyond, brother.
I appreciate being here. It's always cool.
Chest out.
Good to see you, Jay. There you go, man.
If you guys can see right now, logo on the side, logo on the front, logo on the back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm wearing a piece of the Before the Bell merch. This is Main Event CTs. However, I want to give a special thank you and a massive thank you to Williams Illustrations for doing our logos. He's a fan of the show and was like, yo, I want to do something to support you guys, which brings me to my next point. As you guys are watching, I got a task for y'all. What do we call y'all? Like, you know, with fan bases, you got names. You know, with my people, it's Team CT. I'm sure it's Jay Washington's or whatever the Gladiators, like Scandal. What do you call your people, Martin?
Morrow Maniacs.
Morrow Maniacs.
Yeah.
I like that. So as Before the Bell fans, what should we call y'all? It's always best that you guys come up with a name.
Yeah, send them out there. You know, it could be the Bellins.
The Bellins?
The Bell-ins, you know.
Oh, Bellions.
The Bell-ins.
British for dick.
All right.
Oh, did not know that was the British name for the Netherlands region. Jesus. That's quite enough out of you, Mark. That's quite enough. We are off on a rocky start. Jeez Louise. Of all the British words to know. Also, shout out to Brilly, the person who cuts our clips. We've had some viral moments just this week alone, and they will not stop. So thank you guys. But do me a favor also, guys. When these videos, when the show comes up on YouTube the day after, go into them comments, because I'm seeing an engagement drop down. And I know it's because we have so many of you guys here in the chat live, but go back and comment soon as the episode is posted. You might catch a little something extra that we're going to throw in there for you. All right.
All right.
And as long as you send a super chat that is of significant value, we stopping the show. We appreciate every single dollar, but significant ones, we're stopping the show and giving you a special thank you. Just a heads up. Take us away.
Standing up. That's cool. We like that. I mean, do we start at the end or start at the beginning?
I feel like we got to start. Let's just go straight to Money in the Bank. But hold on. The Bell Sprouts, the Bel Airs, Bell Ringers. I like Bell Ringers.
I like Bell Ringers. And I like Bel Airs too, you know. Bell Airs
I do.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. It's between Bell Ringers.
Bell Hoppers. I mean,
Bell Hoppers is fire.
we'll take tally of all of them, and eventually, we'll see which ones we like, which ones you guys like. Hey, if there's a super chat of like, let's say $10 or more, those would be the ones we're gonna call out.
I'm not reading it, Mark. I don't care how many times you move your cursor over that one. I'm not reading it.
I'll read it. Someone said Bellins. I don't know.
No.
I think that might be.
That's not the one he was highlighting.
Oh,
he was highlighting the Cream team.
Okay, no, we're definitely not.
That's what I'm saying.
We're definitely not going to be the Cream team. That's kind of insane right there.
Now, here's the thing, Mark. I've been stalling you out. I'm the one that gave you your actual name as opposed to this producer, Yo BS. And this is how you treat me?
Do you wanna bite a Marlito's apple?
Oh, man, this show's off the rails today. Let's go.
Why are you doing? Okay, for those who don't know, Mark, our producer, just put up a video of a Texas Tech bell ringer ring the bell. It looks like Stevie Richards.
It does look like Stevie Richards.
Yeah, I don't know why. Let's get back on track. Money in the Bank. Okay?
Yeah.
Opening contest, 6-man Money in the Bank match. Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade. Excuse me, Andrade. Versus, I had to do it with the accent.
But you said it the exact same way.
Well, no, the first time it was Andrade. The second time was Andrade.
Oh, that was that much of a difference? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you got to put the little accent on it, you know. Versus main event Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre versus who are the other two guys in that match?
Gable.
That's right, Chad Gable, yeah.
LA Knight.
And LA Knight, yeah.
Which is so terrible that you were able to forget that, because that shows you how little the other participants were built up in this match.
Andrade got no bills.
Andrade just got thrown in.
He got thrown in.
That was because he was like, why do you keep making me fight Latinos? They're like, all right, go fight these.
Go fight them and do something cute. I don't know about y'all, but I put up my predictions on the Before the Bell Instagram, and I kind of called what this was going to be, because they even told you what it was going to be on Raw.
Let's hear it.
Drew McIntyre was winning this.
You know what's funny? I didn't expect that. And I didn't expect Drew to get in the match, but I understood that he legitimized the match because they didn't have a heavyweight in the match. Everybody else were, for the most part, no disrespect, like everybody was a lot mid-carder except for Jey Uso.
Disagree with you slightly on that, because you look at a Jey Uso, you look at a LA Knight, you even look at a Chad Gable for most parts. Mid-card, yes, but elevation.
No, I'm not
I know what you mean. I know what you mean by like the heavy, like the bigger guys. Yeah. But I feel like you didn't need it when you had the smaller stature dudes.
I agree,
because you can get more bang for your buck with the type of spots you can pull off with all these type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get these smaller dudes, you get to do craziest of stuff. So, but granted, you got a good match. So that's all I'm saying with that.
Drew McIntyre did not lie. Drew McIntyre has not lied to us since the night after the Royal Rumble, where he said, listen, I'm going to Elimination Chamber and I'm going to win. And then I'm going to WrestleMania to beat Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. Then this past Monday, he said, I'm going to win Money in the Bank and I'm cashing in that night. He's done everything he said he would do.
That's it, CM Punk. That's it, CM Punk. I mean, he said, you will never be world champion as long as I'm alive. So, I mean, yeah, it was set up to be, look, I was telling Chris Burns this earlier. Right now, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre is going to go down in history as one of the greatest grudge feuds ever.
That just happened over the past 6 months.
6 months.
Well, as we've learned, the story of them has gone well beyond years.
Yes. Yeah.
But for us as the general public, 6 months.
It has become one of the great, because there's no title. Like, there's a title, but it's not with them.
Not with them. No. And now Seth is involved,
which is perfect. Which is perfect.
I forgot about that.
Because you forget about it now.
That moment.
Because now you set it back up for them to cross paths to hit Mania. Priest, you cannon fodder, brother. We already know you're going to catch this from Gunther.
But here's the thing.
He might not, though.
This is what I'm thinking, bro.
Don't do this. Don't tell me y'all think he going to keep it over Gunther at SummerSlam.
This is what I think.
They've been putting him over a lot of people.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Okay,
Everybody.
but
he didn't kick out. Seth Rollins is the world heavyweight champion. Let's talk real.
You know who I think it is? I think there was a cue from production that missed.
No, it was the ref and Damian Priest.
Look, y'all want me to believe in Damian Priest as a champ. Listen to you.
I never said believe it.
But here's the thing.
Now, great, I hear you.
Let's say if it was supposed to be a music cue, then why would the referee stop? Why would Seth stop? Like, oh no, it's music. Like that wouldn't have made any sense. Drew still has to walk down and do the whole like.
Well, I think they just
briefcase.
do because the way the moments are from production. As soon as this music hits, there's the music hits. There's this look of shock on Seth's face. And you're supposed to have the 3, 1, 2, hit it, because immediately afterwards, then his music hit. It was like immediately afterwards after this whole.
I felt like it was 1, 2. And then they're like, hit the music. Like, I feel like it was that. Like, the music was let's do something to take their mind off of this.
Move your mind. Okay, thank you. I didn't need to read it out loud.
Yeah. You also could have just said, move your mic closer.
I just was trying to get him to do it without just being like.
It all worked out.
You know what I'm tired of? And this is a credit to you. Your fans, you are, in fact, a co-leader. Your fans... And the people,
the Washingtons.
Don't do that. We will not do that at all.
The Washingtons.
The washing machines.
We will definitely. I know.
You don't like that better than the Washingtons?
I used to catch that shit as a kid. No.
Wait, what
did you get
what kind of
as a
1978 insults are these? What? Hold on. Who was mocking you by calling you a washing machine?
Yeah.
I was called Jay Washing Machine a lot as a kid.
What brought this on?
Because my last name was Washington, and that was their way of trying to just be funny and punt. I swear to God.
But that's fire.
Being called Washing Machine?
You know what I'm noticing about you? You only see the negative. You don't ever see the positive.
Can you tell me, Mr. Thomas, please?
Jay Washing Machine, and you played football, and you got into wrestling?
I was 8 years old at the time.
Jay Washing Machine.
I wasn't this big.
You know what that ends up getting called as you get older?
The refrigerator Perry.
Well, that took a turn.
I wouldn't have thought that either.
Me neither. I was just going to say, call you the machine.
Yeah, I was thinking
wash.
T-shirts, NFL, you know. If you would have made it to WWF, you would have been the machine.
I just don't want you talking no more because your hair keep bouncing.
Ladies and gentlemen, off top, I want to thank Devin Johnson first for saying you guys are easily the most entertaining podcast out there. I look forward to every Sunday and I download on my podcast feed. Thanks for the great work y'all do, and sent a donation of $50. Thank you so much.
Much appreciated.
Thank you so. That is so kind, man. Back to Jay Washing Machine.
Somebody said I'm built like a GE washing machine at Sears.
But 8-year-olds weren't thinking that.
Come on, nobody's that advanced at 8.
You don't know the 8-year-olds I knew.
Man, shut down.
All they had was washing machine.
No dryers. Yeah,
they weren't double deckers. They had dryers, but a lot of people just hung it out.
Listen, Jay Washington is a fire moniker.
No, I'm good. I don't like it.
All right,
it's better than the Washingtons.
Yeah, I don't like either one.
We'll keep watching.
Yo, I don't like Producio anymore either.
Call him Maytag? Oh wow. Yeah, okay.
Hey man,
he's here to fix.
All right.
Okay, so
how do we get here? What did we say before? Oh, yeah, your cult leader. Man, your cult leader status, bro. I've noticed in the comments, no matter what you say that could be wrong or misconstrued, you can flat out lie about something. People will come up with a fix for your lie. You'd be like, yeah, that's when I found out the sky was actually orange. We'd be like, what are you talking about? Y'all gotta understand, sometimes the sun set, and that's what Jay was thinking about. And you like, where do you get this loyalty? I have members of Team CT that go hard for your boy Pauls, and they don't go that hard to fix their man. You're lucky. You on your way. You the next Lenny Bruce.
Or Jim Jones. Because he had the Colt. So
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
I was tying all back in. I had a 12-hour flight yesterday, all right?
Hey, yo, so Martin is out of town last week. He missed the episode, but he didn't miss the episode. When I tell you Martin was firing on all cylinders via text, group chat, your comic timing, I don't know what happened in Albania, but that was also the blackest I've ever seen you be.
Thank you. Also, apparently I was the first U.S. comedian, first English-speaking comedian at that club. So
Really?
Yeah. So shout out to Comedy Albania, that club.
Congratulations. Did you ever
Thank you.
feel like you were in fear for your life at all being over there?
No, man, everybody was cool. They loved me.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they really loved me, and I think Taken got it real wrong about that movie. Or excuse me, about that country. Because, Taken made it seem like, these are dangerous people. They're all real cool. They just wanted to hang out with their cousins, bro. Like, that's all it was. Like, everybody there just wanted to hang out with their cousins. Like, they have whole villages of families and stuff, dude.
This is going to be the segment that kids on TikTok are going to use in 6 years. Yo, you see the movie Taken was wrong. Look at this podcast clip. Martin Morrow, he's a black man that was in Albania and he returned safely. See, everything that everybody has said in these movies about this country is wrong. You a trendsetter.
Man.
Yeah. No, they said they don't do drugs over there because
Really?
they were like, we don't have the money for it. So I was like, oh,
They
okay.
don't have the money for drugs?
Yes. They don't have the money to afford drugs. They just don't do drugs. I was like, dang,
That's a great problem.
right.
So everybody's sober.
They just drink. They just drink and smoke cigarettes, bro.
How did the women look? All right, and that's where we got it. And that's where we got
listen,
it.
I'll open with they want to hang out with their cousins, bro. There's not a lot of...
And a lot of lookers in Albania, huh? You don't hear nobody rapping about that.
So here's what I loved about Money in the Bank.
That was a long ass pause.
That pause was crazy.
So how did the women look? Ooh.
I'm glad you imported your stuff, huh? You exported your import to make sure you was good over there. Woo! Boy, I'll tell you what. Cody Luther King. Cody Raheem Devon Rhodes.
Raheem Devon
Rhodes. Cody is on fire, boy. Cody is the African American nightmare, and this boy is everywhere. He just did the promo for Bad Blood in Atlanta in October with Metro Boomin. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy.
I did not expect to be
Thicker than the
this.
snicker. Here's the thing. Don't act like you. I couldn't finish. So he did the promo with him. He also just did the Pivot podcast, which is shout out to all of those brothers. I love watching their podcast and the fact that they had a partnership with WWE to be able to do this and gave a great interview. And Shan was on his best behavior because, Shan be saying some wild stuff.
Yeah.
Hey,
Shan
look, you got to realize you only get one shot at this.
Yeah.
You get one shot. Look, you got one shot. You didn't get just any WWE superstar.
No.
You got not just Cody Rhodes. You've got the WWE Undisputed Champion.
Yeah, man.
You better make this count.
It was incredible. And to hear Cody speak, Cody is someone that will always say exactly what he needs to say without saying too much or giving up too much behind the curtain. Speaking of behind the curtain, did y'all see the documentary?
Have not seen it yet. Haven't had time to see it. I really want to watch it because I'm so intrigued to hear Hunter's thoughts about, well, let's just pivot.
Listen, guys.
Can you give it to us?
Listen, man. Yep. We got a wrestling podcast, man. Y'all ain't watching the documentaries,
Hey,
man.
man, look, I've been-
Did y'all see the WC? Did you finish that?
First of all, I did not.
You
and
didn't
I-
finish that either.
So here's what
Okay,
had
that's
happened.
crazy.
No, so what had happened was this week has been very, very tumultuous.
Oh, yeah?
Word of the week.
Oh, okay. There's gonna be 3 more.
I was going.
No, that's 3 more. That's word of the week.
That was a tumultuous ladder match with the women. Like,
So I've
It
been
was-
trying to get a lot of stuff together, and in the process, by the time I try to sit and watch something, to watch it, I have to go out in these streets. So that is on me. So I will make time because I have a flight Thursday. I will make sure that I watch both the document. Let me stop that real quick.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Tucker shan't be outdone. He says, what up before the bell? What did y'all think of the ad Cody Rhodes and Metro Boomin for Bad Blood coming to Atlanta? You on your way. Thank you so much. $19.99 donation. Round of applause. Thank you so much for that. Did you see that promo?
I'll watch all this stuff.
You didn't watch the promo. Did you see the promo?
Yeah, it was good.
All right.
I hope that Metro Boomin replaces Def Rebel.
Rebel?
Yes, please, or just do something.
we need something.
Every single entrance theme right now is like this is this guy. You're like, all right. Man.
I hate
is this guy.
I hate whatever screwed up that relationship they had with CFO Dollar Sign.
Not even just CFO Dollar Sign. I still miss Jim Johnston.
That part.
I mean, but it was just all look. Jim Johnston, some of the most greatest, interesting things. But you knew it was a Jim Johnston. Boom, boom, boom. It was all bass guitar.
Well, no, it was bass guitar if it was a black wrestler.
Yes. But if it was a white wrestler, it was an electric guitar.
Yeah.
But it was always a guitar heavy riff for either or.
And that
Oh
he
yeah,
killed him hi-hats, boy.
CFO. When did CFO come around?
So I know Baron Corbin's theme was the last Jim Johnson theme. So that would have been like 2013.
Yeah.
Corbin's come a long way. Corbin's come a long way.
Man, has he ever? Yeah.
And he's face.
He's back on. Whoa.
He's face.
He's a face.
Oh, so, okay.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said his face because he's
Wait a minute.
like weathered.
You thought I was giving love to just his face?
No, I thought you weren't. I thought you were saying like, his face, like he's come a long way, like he's aged a lot.
Oh, I thought you were giving me the look like, oh man, I didn't know you were in the closet. Like that's the look that you gave me. I say, sir.
Shouts out to Baron Corbin. Cool dude. I got a chance to meet him last year.
Yeah.
When he was out here for Maine. Super cool, down to earth dude. Real good dude. He's not even you meet some talent like this, like, yo, I'm a good dude. I'm a good person.
He's a very nice dude.
Very nice dude.
Yeah, met him at the 2K event last year as well, I think. Just super nice. And it was like, man, I want good things for you. Like, that's how nice he was.
Your career to actually flourish. Now, every time after I met him, I was like, you know what? I hope Pat McAfee don't call him bum ass Corbin no more.
Yeah. It made me wonder how I'll feel when I meet Corey Graves. I'm like, well, I still hate him. Maybe I'll still hate him.
You know what, though? So there's this upcoming week. I know it's supposed to be Corbin and Apollo Crews taking on Angel and Umberto.
Yeah.
And these are two dudes I've only heard great things
Especially,
about.
Apollo Crews.
Yeah. Backstage, in the ring, press, all that stuff. You've only heard great things about them as people. To the point I'm like, yo, I kind of want to see Corbin and Crews get a run. I don't know how you're going to make them. They just two guys, but...
Ebony and Ivory?
Well, that's something.
Can't do that in 2024? No?
Not in 2024. Maybe in Vince McMahon's 2024.
Okay,
that's
the team of a black and a white.
Why you got him sound like the most evil demon?
Because he is.
Yours was just, that's been great. Listen, Corbin, you're a white guy. Listen, you're a big white guy. You can lead.
You know why I hate that you did that? Because that forced him to do this, Vince McMahon.
Goddamn right it did. Listen.
I hate this impression.
Why do you hate it?
It's... God.
Why do you hate it?
You just sound like a football coach from '84.
That's what Vince McMahon sounds like. What? 87 actually.
This is the football coach that talked the players into steroids.
Listen, guys, you get bigger.
No, we're good, coach. We're gonna do it natural.
No.
We don't need to go natural. We don't need to go natural.
He goes high and he goes. I see the lilts, brother. After further review, Liv Morgan is in fact the one. Liv Morgan is she been doing something to me.
She DM'd you, huh?
No, but
you only live once.
I like what you did there. Liv Morgan. She got a situation on her. She Hawk 2 out here as well. You can't be mad at the Hawk 2.
Let me go ahead and follow Liv. I forgot to follow
You weren't following Liv Morgan?
No, man. I felt like I couldn't do it. Because I did follow at one point and I was like, I can't keep watching this. This is diabolical the way I'm standing.
I bet her and Bo Dallas had like really weird sex together.
Oh, okay.
In the Uncle Howdy mask, probably.
All right, like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that part, but just together, I bet it was something funky.
Funky?
Don't want to touch that one. But I will say, Liv Morgan looks like the girl your mom told you to stay away from because she was no good. And you met her and she already had a kid, but you like, hey, I'll help you raise that baby. That's how good she looked.
I've been there before, man.
You know?
Yeah, she had a tattoo of the other dude's name on her butt, and I was like, okay.
Shout out to Randy Constance with the super chat. All right, what up with Cedric and Ashante? Hopefully they get them boys out of catering.
That's what I was about to say. We're out of catering. That's what I was thinking when y'all said the tag of Baron Corbin and Apollo.
Yeah.
I'm like, so they got formed as a tag team before we see Ashanti and the Adonis and Cedric.
They're trying to find enough pair of overalls for the both of them to wear that don't lace up. They just keep the bottom part there.
What if MVP became the manager for Carmelo, and he had Omos as his heavy. That
And
could boost him.
You know what?
Shout out to DeRay.
If I could add to that, I'd put in Cedric and Ashanti to make it that new. I don't think you need to call it a new Hurt Business, but there's something you could do there of Omos as the enforcer and then Melo as the leader, and then your tag team being Ashanti and Cedric.
Listen, man, DeRay Elliott told me that thought, and I was like, wow, I did not think of that, because every great heel needs a stable. Seth Rollins had it with J&J Security when he was first getting over as a heel, and I was like, this works, bro.
I just want to see MVP be the MVP is the mouthpiece for Carmelo.
Right.
That is something diabolical about that. Cause shouts out to MVP, friend of the show, real good dude, and that man is a monster on the mic. Make sure I said the word mic. On the mic.
No, you're not gonna say the stick anymore.
Nope, not gonna do that.
I was watching that like this is the craziest. How do you form those words?
So a lot of times my brain when I'm talking wrestling will go old school, the way I was trained, the way I was taught. Like it's not belts, it's straps. The mic is a stick, promos and all that, working, curtain jerking, everything, blah blah blah.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, it's brother sex. There's a difference.
brother sex. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was gonna stall you out. I was just listening, and I looked over, and Mark was doing this.
Yeah, back then, the boys who used to tap butts, when we would grip the rope. You're like, what? Yeah, it's how we used to talk back then. They don't say it anymore. But when you're pulling the pole, you just have to.
Pulling the pole.
That's when you're winning the strap. When you're strapping up and you're getting strapped on.
Oh, get strapped on.
Curtain jerking is a real term. It is the first match on every card. It is a real wrestling term.
Why are you just looking at me? I didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything.
We're jerking each other's curtains. We're making sure that one of us has to come first out there. Brother. That's just how us brothers do it.
Sheldon Jackson says, that's just how us brothers do. Really? You see what it is. Thoughts on the Bloodline storyline, especially knowing why Jimmy turned on Jay just for it to happen, just like he said, but with Solo along with Ray and Zelina versus Liv and Dom on Raw this Monday. I also thought that was shocking that they put those two in a tag team. But yeah, absolutely, man. Thoughts on the Bloodline storyline, fellas?
It is going down in history.
Round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead.
It is going down in history as the greatest story ever told in pro wrestling.
It's so interesting that you say that, Jay. You know why it's so interesting that you say that?
Why is it interesting?
Because I had a question for you boys, man. And the question was, what are, in order, your thoughts on the top 5 strongest storylines in WWE right now?
Right now?
Right now. I'm going first because I know I don't want this answer taken. I said Drew and Punk, now with Seth involved.
Yeah.
That's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is the new Bloodline story. Jacob threw some new blood in there. It's like a jolt of energy. 3, Liv in the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
4, Finn and Damian.
Okay.
And 5 is LA Knight and Logan Paul.
Okay.
For me, what are y'all's?
LA Knight, Logan Paul won't hit there yet because it hasn't been a full build. It's been this tease.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to go 5, Chelsea Green right now.
What's her story?
They're sneaking her up in there.
No.
That was
what story is going in there?
Yeah, she couldn't win nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now remember, she snuck her way into Money in the Bank. Right? Everybody thought she was gonna win it. Remember, that was one of your predictions.
I said Chelsea and Tiff.
Chelsea was a prediction. So it's letting you know that eventually she's gonna get either these tag titles with Piper Niven, or she may become women's champion, even for a brief amount of time.
Yeah.
But they just had the tag titles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they were like
they
second to
win,
last.
and it's those things all.
But
weird.
I'm talking storyline.
Okay, story.
Like what storyline?
A-Town Down Under.
I like that.
Yeah.
A-Town Down Under, because when it blows up finally, it's going to be great. So then you have Finn and Priest, which you saw coming.
Mm-hmm.
When he was like, hey, brother, you don't need us? You don't? Okay. All right, bro.
No, you didn't see
when he was
yesterday.
like, Oh, what happened yesterday?
So yesterday, Priest is like, do the voice where he says this. And remember, I don't want you guys.
I don't want you guys. It's killing me, guys. I've done so many voices today. Yo,
Mark.
And remember, I don't want you guys coming out there.
Don't get involved in my business.
Don't get involved in my business.
Woo! So he says that. And Finn, bam, extreme close up. He says, okay, boss. And I was like, woo! We here now.
We're here now.
We in the end game. Keep going.
There's my next one is Liv and Dom, of course.
Okay.
Because you know this Rhea return is going to be bananas.
Roof's going off the building.
Oh, the pop is going to be insane.
Bananas.
Yeah, and that's just in my pants. Respectfully. She's a married woman now. Jizz in my pants.
Oh.
So this is Icelandic.
Volcanic water? Is it
glacial.
Glacial. Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, they give volcanic
They
water.
volcanic filter. They do volcanic ash filter water. So that's the thing. Real, check it out.
It's gonna be like glue in my drawers, boy.
Yo, 5 sets of that one is the wildest.
I can't take my pants off. What are we saying?
5 sets of Chris Benoit. Planet Fitness is
Oh man,
boy.
y'all are man.
Okay,
So
Jay,
my
back to your
tie,
list.
my tie for number one
Uh-huh.
is the Punk Seth Drew
Yeah.
thing, and the new Bloodline, because you know where it's going.
Right.
And Solo just told you exactly. If Roman want this, he come get it from me.
But, and this is the beautiful thing that I loved about that 6-man tag going last at Money in the Bank. You got Cody getting pinned by Solo, which makes him the number 1 contender. So that's his opponent for SummerSlam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And Randy waiting in the wings, and also Randy just sitting there like, just y'all do what you do.
Yeah.
Do what you do. Just run his time right. What do you always say? It's out of where? Nowhere.
And he's huge right now, man. I love the look Randy has, dude. He looks like a champion to me now.
290.
He been eating.
I've been eating.
My number 5 would probably be Nia Jax Bailey with Tiffany Stratton waiting in the wings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and with Tiffany now having the Money in the Bank briefcase, and they're forming this queen and princess partnership.
Yeah.
Which gives off a very Mario vibe. I can't explain it, but like a Wario and Princess Peach type deal. Not Wario, but I mean, like, if there was like a third princess who was like a queen. That's how that would. Okay, that would be my number 5 storyline right there.
Abandoned ship, huh? You abandoned that one. You knew where it was going.
That boy got in that water, boy.
That boy abandoned that ship real quick. That boy, that Titanic went down.
We don't have any life jackets. I don't need it.
That boy went and jumped head first in the water.
You got rocks in your pockets. It's all good.
Hey, we got another super chat. If you want to read that one.
Thank you so much to Sheldon Jackson. Came in and said, also, let's not forget that Finn, Liv, and AJ teamed up against to face Edge, Rhea, and Priest at Hell in a Cell 2022. The next night, Finn joined the Judgment Day and kicked Edge out. True long-term storytelling. Yes and no.
What do you mean?
Who is
Because
Edge?
that was a great moment.
Who is Edge?
Oh, it's a rated R superstar. That dude on AEW that you see sometimes.
Oh, the dad.
The old guy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He broke out. He jumped his old ass off
Yeah,
on the top of a cage.
yeah. Man, y'all are cold business.
But why you say it's not a long-term story? Because it is.
This doesn't feel as tied in, I would
Right.
say. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I just think, I guess it's like, because I get where we're looking at the cohesiveness as of the actual Triple H storylines, right? And Judgment Day was more so of a Vince thing. And I would say long-term story because he managed to keep this going and build it into where it is now.
Okay.
So that's why I would agree with Sheldon on that one.
Okay.
Do you, what would you think of Gunther of Imperium joining Judgment Day and becoming Imperium Day?
Damn, that's fire.
If like Finn turns on Priest at SummerSlam and they're like, "Yo, let's just form like a new super group."
Well, Ludwig Kaiser's sitting at home right now. He ain't doing nothing.
Exactly. And we don't know how long he's gonna be out for.
I mean, plus I think they need another person still.
Yeah, I don't like when it goes down to a tag team.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, it's cool to hear the Imperium music, but it's just Kaiser.
Yeah.
You know, and Gunther is the ring general, right?
Which I think Kaiser's going to be the one to take that title off of Sami Zayn.
That would be dope for him to hold that while Gunther holds King of the Ring.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, he's going to hold that world title soon as well. Look at, you have the picture being set. I'm sorry. You have the picture being Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn, Sheamus, and then you add Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah. Which I wonder if that was supposed to be a 4-way at
SummerSlam.
You think, I mean, before Kaiser got hurt, if that was going to be a 4-way at Money in the Bank, but I could also see that being at SummerSlam if Kaiser's returned by then.
I feel like it should have been a triple threat, and then SummerSlam should have been a fatal 4-way.
But you still have Braun take the pin?
No, Braun shouldn't have took that pin. Even
that's what I'm saying. If it's a triple threat, so he doesn't, then Kaiser takes it.
Kaiser should have taken that pin.
Okay.
And then for SummerSlam, Kaiser wins by Sami not taking the pin. So maybe he pins Sheamus.
And so you can keep the Sheamus, because Sheamus eventually has to get this Intercontinental title, right? Because we're going to do this story over.
It's been 2 years. I don't think he gets it.
You think we're going to let him do the whole story of this is the one title he hasn't had?
I think that's a Mania moment.
Maybe.
I think Sheamus needs to win the IC title at WrestleMania.
Are you crying? Did you get emotional?
No, man. I was awake for a 12-hour flight.
Oh, I just thought you got emotional.
That'd be crazy. If I was that big of a Sheamus fan.
You got emotional. Like, you know.
This is tired. Why won't they give him his time?
You know, don't give him too many classes in the castle.
Speaking of which, why did you not have headphones or music or anything on this flight?
Hey, man, sometimes you just got to, feel the vibe of the plane.
No, you do not. No, you do not. That is a long vibe, bro. To pick up on.
You are a sociopath. You just gonna sit the vibes.
No, I watched like 4 movies
without headphones.
No, I had my headphones. I'm not
okay.
Yeah, I'm not insane. Hey, man.
Honestly, if I can tell you the truth, if you would have said no, I didn't watch movies, I just stared at the back of the seat, I would have had to leave the show, bro. Because that type of behavior means that anybody can get it.
For 12 hours?
12 hours, bro. No naps.
Just like this the whole trip?
Mapping out a plan. Nah, can't have it, brother.
Oh, he's taking over the plane, isn't he?
Woo!
We don't trust that guy.
When we go to SmackDown, we got new tag team champions, DIY.
Which that made them, they set them up to look so good that whole night.
That's Triple H all day.
Yeah.
That's them is his guys.
And in Toronto, where they won their NXT tag team
Those are his boys.
Before I say this thought, I wanna pay some honor and love to Obafemi, who said he wants to challenge Moose from TNA. And not only did he say he wanted to challenge him, Moose responded.
Tell your boss, let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Tell your boss.
Who wins?
Ooh, I feel like that's got to be a double.
Double disqualification?
Shouts out, real quick. Producio said Martin was raw dogging that flight, which is disturbing.
It's a term. No, he's not wrong. Yeah, they're saying it everywhere, man. That's the thing now, That's like our new Roman Empire. Is dudes raw dogging the flights.
And what does it mean exactly?
Yeah.
Oh,
when you just look at the video when the plane is moving.
I'd have had to go to the airplane bathroom, rub one out, and go to sleep, bro. Ain't no way. I can't stay awake that whole time.
Wildly horny, my friend. We got to spray you with a bottle.
You know why? You want the truth? My wife is out of town.
When he talked for like 5 minutes about busting in his shorts, I was like, it's still going. Why is he still going?
My wife is out of town.
My wife has been out of town for 4 days now, and I am ready to give her the business. So I'm sorry.
You know what's crazy though? Because Mark brought up the raw dog. I did see a dude who was doing that, and I was like, okay, I gotta watch him because we were in the back of the plane, and he had like the little one earring in and like the like federale haircut, but he was sitting right here, and I was like, yeah, I gotta watch this dude. I don't trust
federale.
Yeah, man. And there was like, one guy was just like watching a concert the whole time, and I was like, this is the longest concert I've ever seen.
The whole time?
Yeah, bro. I watched like 4 movies in this time. I was like, what concert is this? Who are these people?
Fish.
I wish it was. I could even recognize that, but it was just like, yeah, man. It felt like a rally. I didn't like it.
What were the movies?
I saw The Man from Toronto with Kevin Hart.
Okay.
That was actually really good.
Okay.
Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
I think it's on Netflix. I saw Roadhouse,
The Jake Gyllenhaal
the
one?
Jake Gyllenhaal
It's a
one.
good one.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I think.
I don't pay
people-
attention to people's opinions, man. That movie
Yeah.
was fire.
Well,
Shout
because
out to
people kept
Catfish.
comparing it to the original. That's why.
You don't compare remakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's, you know how the world is. If you gonna bring this one back, I need the same feelings when Patrick Swayze was there. It's not.
No, and I never saw the original, so it's
So
fine.
you had nothing to go off of.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I too never saw the original.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's why we were able to enjoy it.
Now I'm gonna watch the original and be like, this trash. Why is he so thin? That's what I'm saying.
He
I
didn't
like
even
my
do
fucking-
MMA.
Where's Conor McGregor?
Yeah. Conor
McGregor was
McGregor.
I know. Yeah.
He killed that, bro.
Yeah.
He killed that. He came in. The only part that I was uncomfortable with was his introductory scene where he was walking in butt naked. I was I don't need to see this.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor.
You know what? I after that, I was like, I wouldn't mind a Conor McGregor WWE run.
Same, because he got bigger. He looked bigger in the movie. And he's just a great heel.
Yeah.
He'd be a great he would be great to add to the feud of Seth Rollins and Cena.
Oh.
No, I think
now you're cooking.
I don't think he could be able to hang with them on the mic like that.
Oh, he can hang on them. That's what I'm talking about. He can hang in the mic.
No, I know what you say. I know that's why you're thinking, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I think Punk would let him have it a couple times. I think Seth would get one in. Pause.
I didn't say anything.
Pause.
I'm just listening to you.
You don't have to say the face and everything. Like, what was the next movie, real quick?
I watched like 5 episodes of what's the Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Which
new
season?
This season.
Oh,
That's all
okay.
I had. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on episode 9 of this season.
Pardon
That's
me
great.
real quick. Sorry about that. We got a super chat came in. Shouts out Incredible Jones says this Wesley versus Open Femi match at Heat Wave has definitely killed a lot of the matches on Money in the Bank. Woo!
Wow,
I
that's
can
good
believe
to
it.
hear.
I can believe it. Yeah.
But that's what Triple H be wanting. Triple H be like, hey, look, I love them these guys, but I need y'all to make them work.
Make them work, and that's what you should do. I want to say Grayson Waller. Is it just me or does he give like second senior year vibes? Like he seems like the guy that graduated high school and keep coming back to like kick it and rub their faces in the fact that he's older than them. He just ready to move on from the tag team. The way he looks at Austin Theory is like, I've been in NXT, man, but I'm 40. I'm ready. I'm 40. I'm ready to main event some.
I just can't see myself rooting for me personally. I know that the behind the scenes, I just can't see myself rooting for Austin Theory as a face
Oh, I can.
just yet. I
I
feel
can't wait.
Would you prefer to root for him or Grayson Waller as a baby?
I prefer to root for the commercial break.
That's fiendish, bro.
That's what I prefer to root for.
You're not an Austin Theory fan.
Absolutely not.
Down.
Let me tell you something. Ever since, I will keep bringing it up, when Roman told that man, your daddy's not here anymore. And if you keep talking, I'm going to be your daddy. And he couldn't say nothing. He was stuck. And he was just like,
That
was
wasn't in
also-
the script.
It was also like 4 Samoans. Like who? What you gonna fight him?
you
You gonna fight Roman Reigns?
No, you can say something.
Not me.
If I'm in a group fight, let's put ourselves in that scenario. If I'm Austin Theory and Roman said that to me and his cousins are around, I know I'm taking an L, but I gotta sock Roman in his mouth. Now y'all can jump me. Because at least when y'all tell the story again,
I got one off.
I got one off.
You see what I'm saying? Something he had to say, and if anything, you gonna take this L.
Yeah.
But he just took that L, just standing there and looking like, and Paul Heyman is on. Go watch that promo for y'all. Watch Paul Heyman on them ropes laughing.
Yeah, Paul Heyman was laughing. Speaking of laughing, I did not laugh yesterday when we found out that John Cena, this is his last run.
Hey, bro, John Cena told y'all, listen, I got about 37 movies lined up, TV shows. I've been trying to give y'all at least 4 months every now and then. I
He's
can't.
47.
Yeah, man.
Hey, brother, I got to do Peacemaker season 4. So I don't know if I'm going to be back.
Can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, do you really
Cannot
want to?
wait.
Do you really want to taste it?
Man, hey, man.
No.
That's the beginning date.
I know.
Let me tell you something. That is one of that and X-Men are the only 2 shows you do not hit skip intro on.
Okay, there was one time me and Jay were working out together, and he was listening to the Peacemaker intro. And he kept doing. We were in the gym. He kept doing like, if you told me, Jay, that my entire existence has been a part of of like your schizophrenic mindset and I don't really exist, it's just part of something that's made up in your brain, I would believe you. Because I was like, we're in a public gym and he's over there doing the dance and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Hey, brother.
When the moment we all went to the gym. So we were doing the bench press and Jay got us doing this crazy exercise of bench pressing and you take them all off of the ball. It's crazy, it's super strong. Jay said when in the middle he was doing one set, he was like, I'm the super villain. And me and Martin looked at each other and we were like, what the is going on, bro?
He's sitting there listening to the Brock Lesnar theme. He goes, "This is because there's key elements, CT, that will stick with me. I'll be 89 years old on my deathbed, and I'll repeat these lines that Jay Washington said while doing these bench presses." He goes, the first set, I'm the supervillain. I'm the real supervillain. Every story needs a supervillain. Get off me, bitch! And there are people looking, and I'm like, yeah, he's a supervillain, I guess, you know. And then
you talking about not all there? I was like, oh, brother, this brother, it's a different kind of dude, man.
And then the room turns white, and we fade out.
Oh yeah,
and Jay is just in my mind. It's gonna be Jay on a sidewalk. I'm the supervillain. I'm the supervillain. And people are like, we really gotta fix.
Is he riding the big wheel?
No, he's just on the sidewalk, like doing this. And people are walking by, like, well, we have to get better mental health facilities,
bro. You ain't got nothing to say for yourself, do you? Look at you now.
You know what? If I'd have known this was gonna come back to haunt me.
Woo. Man, you scared the shit out of us that day, boy. Say, oh man. Bron Breakker lost.
The moniker. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Bron Breakker lost against Sami Zayn. We all knew it was too soon for him to have that match, but it was a great match.
Yeah.
Great match, too soon. And I hope it does not stunt his momentum.
That's what I've been saying every single week on this show.
Yeah.
With these matches. Look, I understand he cannot be Goldberg, but he can be the next thing close to his uncle. If you want to build him that type of way, this badass like his uncle, be able to move a little bit more, because Scott Steiner was just so stiff in trying to walk.
If you hear me.
But it's like, he's having great matches, but this badass thing and you losing and then people smaller than you whooping you up and everything, you cannot keep being this badass that you are. Look, Sheamus, we know he just wants to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew wants a fight.
Yep.
So if win or lose, we know they want to fight. This dude, I'll tell everybody about, break everything down. Now you losing the matches that count.
But he only lost the one match, so that's why.
He did. Well, yeah, he beat Kaiser. He beat Dragunov.
Dragunov, yeah. So it's not like when he wins, because you got to give these guys something,
right?
But because I think it was supposed to be, because they were talking about how Ludwig getting hurt kind of messed up some plans. I think that's when they shifted to the singles match. But at the same time, I don't think it hurt. It was Sami Zayn outsmarting him. It wasn't Sami Zayn beating him.
Right.
Like outright, oh, Sami Zayn really did that. Bron Breakker was killing this man.
And Sami put him over in his post-show interview where he was like, I think I underestimated Bron Breakker. And I was like, that's a way to save his mystique.
I agree with that. Yeah, but I just feel like though we're seeing, like, again, everyone does not watch the post pressers, right?
Oh, they should.
They should.
Yeah.
A lot happened in this one too.
But
so much.
But people don't, for the most. Like, there's a core group that do not watch it. Once the event is done, once there's the little tagline, that's it. We're seeing the guy. For me, if I'm looking at it from a booker's eyes, I want this guy to be this dominant force. He has to have some stumbling blocks, but his stumbling blocks need to not make anybody think, oh, is he really that much of a badass? And for me, I see that, and I read some of the tweets about him too. They're like, I don't think he's as strong as they're making him, because him losing. Like, again, yeah, he should have lost to Sammy, but something else. I think these drawn out matches, granted, we know he can work, but it's the buildup for me of what he was supposed to be versus what we're getting. Now, granted, he's not going to run through everybody. What do we do Monday? Do it. I lost to Sammy. I won another title shot. Bro, you lost. You're at the back of the line.
Yeah.
I mean, but they gave Chad Gable like 2 more shots.
Well, Chad Gable, now he's got a lot to deal with on his plate because now he's being haunted and everybody's like, hey, brother, you on your own.
Yeah.
So like Chad Gable got it. Chad is we felt sorry for Chad. His daughter cried. Ain't nobody kids crying over Bron Breakker.
Yeah.
So, you see what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe, I think Cora Jade's dad was probably crying over him for a little bit. Because when they were dating, he was probably destroying him and his daughter. So, probably to see the Instagram photos of them together.
Next up, CZ.
Guy with this deep tan.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu had a great match, and he didn't even pull out half the tricks that he has.
Yeah.
Incredible debut for him, and he ain't got time to have a bad match. He got 7 kids.
Hey. Shouts out
Jordan Rock.
Shouts out to the draping DDT and him getting back and Orton selling it when he turned. Orton hit that match like,
Yeah.
Okay, fam.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're different than the rest.
Can I say something too? I love about Jacob Fatu is in all the promos they've had with the Bloodline. He's been doing the prayer hands in the back.
Yeah.
He gives off that vibe of that dude who went to prison and found God and then got out. It's like,
The Rocket Painting game.
Dude.
Lord, please don't let me hurt these people like I used to. I'm not trying to go back to what I was. That's the vibe.
That's a fact. Speaking of him not going back to what he used to, shout out to Triple H for getting him across the border.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that coming.
By the way, Friday night on SmackDown, when they did the whole everybody from Money in the Bank and Drew goes to Jay, how'd you get out the country?
Yeah,
I was
man.
like, yo.
That was perfect.
That's why Andrade popped him. He ain't like him talk about the border like that. I mean, that's what happened. Did that not what happened? Did Drew said, how'd you get across the border? And Andrade probably wasn't looking. So he wasn't looking. He got the sunglasses on. He looking at the side. He hears that. He's like, no, hey, hold up. What?
After the
What did
match,
you say
sorry, I
about
thought
me?
you were talking to me.
I
had watched the playback.
I thought you was being racist. I realized you was being drunkophobic or whatever.
That's on me.
Yeah.
My bad. Tranquilo.
Yeah, speaking of which, Dev Rebel has really annoyed me with how they do announce everybody's name or their catchphrase and then hit the music. I don't like Bron Breakker's new music either. I like his old music was fire. And it's just like, this seems so creative player generic music.
Look, I'm gonna be that person that's like, I want an evolved version of his uncle because they keep bringing up who he is. He's the dog face like his dad, but he's also Big Papa Pump's nephew.
Yeah.
He don't have to wear the chainmail. Just give me the.
You got to get gassed up. I know what you mean. Give him all the needles. Just. I don't want him to be able to move nothing. Just pure veins on veins, all muscles, blonde hair with the little earmuffs things that his dad was wearing. I know what you mean, Jay. That's what you're talking about. Have the number 69 on his shorts, like Scott used to wear. They never explained why he had it, but he did. They put it on the action figure too. I remember that. I was like, Jack Specific is wild for this.
Jack Specific.
Before they switched to Mattel?
Yeah,
man.
They had Jack, and they were just like way too big. The eye was a little bit wonky every
It
time.
was always a little wonky.
They're like, y'all real scan this? Okay. But yeah, man, I know what you mean. That's what you want.
Yes. All the. Yep.
He's got to do that noise every now and then. Remember, Scott Steiner with, like it wasn't words that would formulate properly. It was like, oh yeah, Scott. Like you're not gonna say nothing to him. Crooked yellow teeth. Ric Flair.
Scott's promos were evolved Ultimate Warrior promos.
Yes.
Power. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then here goes Scott. You got 33 and a third chance, which means I got 62 there. You be like, hey, bro, your math ain't math right now.
Hey man, but nobody gonna tell him.
Nobody
When he told Bubba Ray Dudley, I got freaks 9 days of the week. You're like, there's only 7 days.
Hey, brother.
They sounded like Bishop, like Bebop and Rocksteady. Yo, Martin is big time wildin' for Randy Constance. Most Def Rebel theme screams from parts unknown. Martin needs the timeout from REB Gold. Raymond King, Breaker's music at Money in the Bank was new. Trash is what it was. It was new trash. Marlito wildin'. OMG. WWE can't win with theme songs these days from EJ Movement. It's like I like a star sounding song.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten that since CFO. CFO made Jay Uso's music.
They made the original Usos music.
Yeah.
But I will say this. The Roman theme has been fire. I like Roman's
But it's
theme.
a rare. There's a rare in it, bro. Like,
yeah. They do good with the Samoans and like Seth Rollins. If
Yeah,
you're
you
a main
can't-
eventer, you will know.
I don't like Tiffany's new one. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but I'm saying like if you can tell when they care about somebody by the theme music. Because if it's just like, yeah, football. You're like, all right, it's not. This guy's gonna lose.
Quick question.
Jacobs is fire.
Yeah.
Yes. How long did it take y'all to get into Roman's new music?
It took me, I'll tell you when I start liking it. I start liking it Elimination Chamber last year.
Because it took us. You had to hear it.
It had to
hear
grow on you.
You was like, nah, bro, I'm used to hearing the bootleg version of this shit. And then all of a sudden you're like, what is this? Godfather? And now you like, now you not that Godfather.
like they got like the
Marlon Brando.
See me about my kids or whatever he said.
Now you find yourself every time you hear it, you're just like, damn it, I don't know why this is happening, but for some reason, I just want to acknowledge this dude.
Yeah. Also, speaking of acknowledging, Solo, I get it, you taking everything from Roman, but if he had his own catchphrase, maybe I'd be behind it a little bit more. But him saying acknowledge me just doesn't
I
sound
think it
right.
works because it's him. I'm better than I can be just like Roman, better than Roman.
No.
So what would you make the Solo catchphrase?
The Solo catchphrase should be something like, what did you say? What did you just
You
say?
can say glasses off.
Oh, glasses off. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, getting in the character.
So Solo comes out and he's like, the real one has arrived. That's fire. Because the one's real
okay.
one.
The real ones.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jay, what would be yours?
I didn't think of one. I just was gonna see what his was.
That's crazy. You got to always think for yourself.
I do. I wasn't just going. Sometimes.
When I got one.
Let's get it.
I'm flying solo.
That's the one.
No, maybe.
I'm flying
maybe.
solo.
Mm.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's hear
Yeah,
it.
let's hear it.
The street champ still runs solo, even with Bloodline. Yeah,
No, don't add
yeah,
it.
You lost confidence in it.
I did.
Did he try to save it? Even with the bloodline. on Mondays and Tuesdays. But we on Friday.
We on Friday. We work one day a week.
Can I say something I've loved about this Bloodline versus the old Bloodline 2 is Roman carefully curated that version of the Bloodline.
Yes.
Like it took Sammy 8 months to really get into the Bloodline. Whereas Solo, if you are a family member and you a thug or you got an island somewhere, you just join. You just jump in, right?
Yep.
Like I feel like if I went to WWE and was like, hey, I'm Trinity and I'm cousin, they would let me join the Bloodline.
Except they haven't let Trinity or Nia Jax join the bloodline.
They ain't ask.
They got Trinity out here working with Bailey holding her down right now.
I don't like that, man, because Trinity is such an incredible talent and wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't like that they are just adding her to matches and not letting her get any big wins.
I don't like the Tonga Low around here sitting around here. So I'm the butler. You know what I'm saying? So my little brother get to wrestle with me. I was brought in to wrestle. Oh, I just got to keep wearing the suit. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we saw why when he tried to do that. I've done a low blow before.
He had to do 2 low blows and only one was halfway believable. The other one is like, I see you hitting this thigh. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Make me believe.
We got 2 super chats.
He's like,
Incredible Jones, thank you so much. If LA takes the title off Logan, let Jacob be one of the people next in line for the title. And during the match, Jimmy is who screws Jacob on the win. Not bad. Randy Constant says solo catchphrase. Nah, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that.
Yep, nope.
Come on, Randy. What? Yeah. We appreciate both of you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Tonga Low, he did botch the low blow. It's just like, bro, you had the spot. It was you.
That's not the first time he botched.
I know it's not.
It's when he debuted, he botched
Yes,
too.
he did.
Because it was like, Paul Heyman had to be like, hey. And he's like, oh, okay, my bad. He's like, come on, man.
Like,
He's like what they were trying to make Jimmy Uso out to be, like the dumb guy in
Yeah.
the group. But he's like legit a brain of rocks.
Oh, I was supposed to come out on Friday SmackDown. I'm already on Raw.
I was-
What are you doing?
Hey, bro, they said meet me at the Performance Center, and I was got to do something on NXT.
No, we said we want you to perform left, right, and center. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's
Y'all got to
on-
send me a video of it. I don't know.
I need another flight, man. I'm stuck in Orlando.
Dude.
I
Y'all
about
want
to
to watch
go
your
to-
back or no?
Yeah.
I still got the bicycle.
Dude, that was definitely a Money in the Bank for the books. What are you guys' final thoughts?
It built up like it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it is now considered the 5. There's the 5 big PLEs, and this is the 5th.
Yeah.
It did what it's supposed to do. Now it's a perfect lead in into SummerSlam. Because you see what they okay, look, let's look at the whole weekend.
Yeah.
DIY winning the tag titles. You
Right.
see, more than likely on Friday, there's gonna be a rematch to them with A-Town Down Under. That more than likely should be the official split to blow up to set up their SummerSlam match. Now Drew is suspended according to Adam Pearce today. And Punk.
Well,
They're
no, Punk is just fined. But
Drew's
suspended.
indefinitely.
Right.
God, I remember those days. That sets up their SummerSlam
You
match.
got suspended indefinitely?
You remember those back in those days, man. You
He used to swing on people for calling him washing machine. And he would get suspended.
Hey, Jay, washing machine. I got some game. You getting these hands?
You can catch this tide though.
That's this time.
The rising tide
Like
of Jay
that.
Washington.
Yeah, I gave. You know what? I see what you did there. I see what you did. You got Punk and Drew set up.
Yep.
Seth is still now somewhere floating in this world title picture, but also he'll probably interject in this Drew and Punk match comes SummerSlam. You've got Tiffany now with the Money in the Bank, Nia and Bailey setting up. You see Nia gonna win it. Tiffany cashes on her.
Yes.
Sets that up. That's gonna be SummerSlam, but boom, you get that. Cody and Solo. Everything is set up what it's needed to set up moving forward.
I love that at first I was angry that they had to cash in for Drew be unsuccessful because I'm like, man, that cash in could have went to somebody else. But at the same time, I love that they changed a man holding the Money in the Bank because we just saw Damian hold it for a whole year almost.
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, let's get this out the way. We got other projects in mind or other paths in mind to get to a champion. It also takes off the stress of, man, I hope nobody cashes in on Cody because he's really finally making his impact as a WWE champion. And you don't really want to see Damian get cashed in on because that's lazy storytelling.
Has there ever been one? A Money in the Bank winner get cashed in by the well, no, they don't hold it long enough, right?
So Seth Rollins, when when Dean Ambrose won the WWE title, he cashed in on Roman and Seth at that Money in the Bank. And when Kane won Money in the Bank, he cashed in on Rey Mysterio that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're immature, Mark. And Mark types, we about to get Downey. Jay Washing Machine, you need to go with it, man. Rebrand it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm at the point right now. I'm the supervillain. Never been Gladiator. Wash machines is another thing I got to think about and try to just expand on it.
Yeah, man. The super machine. Because you're not really a villain. You're a very sensitive person. You express that
Because
not
of
much.
my therapy.
I've met you before therapy.
No, you
I
didn't.
met you before therapy.
I'm telling you, I was out here violent in these streets.
No, you weren't. Jay.
Yes,
You're
I was.
Against yourself?
No, against several people, bro. You better ask. You better ask around.
Where are the charges?
I didn't get any charges, thankfully.
Okay, then I don't believe it.
Oh, because I ain't got a record. I don't believe you did anything. Whatever.
Well, let me tell you something. When people get beat up or when people get harmed in a way, they almost always go to the police.
Yeah.
So,
if
you've been doing this,
we talk a lot of mess. It is like, if we ever got into a fight and you won, I'm calling the cops. You're not flying on a plane. Like, yeah, that's ruined.
you're not flying on a plane.
Yeah, whatever you think you're gonna do after that. All right, yeah, you won the fight, but guess who won the war? You're in jail, buddy.
Listen to me, man. The fact that you made those white man eyebrows,
and then grab his ankle.
grab his
on top of
ankle, lets us know that you really
Hell yeah.
about those charges.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Who threatened somebody with the no-fly list?
Yeah,
That's
me.
the one.
Full charges. Yeah, he beat me up at LAX too. So just so you know, that's where it went down.
He beat me up at Baggins Clay.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Yeah, you going full in the prison.
damn
In the system.
Oh, he's split it out.
Sidebar real quick.
Yeah,
Swerve Strickland,
Yep.
AEW champion, defended against Will Ospreay, successfully retained. I think it's a Wembley thing. I think it was Tony Khan to say, look, we're not going to take it off of him right now.
Well, no, that's what Will Ospreay said, that he requested to lose to Swerve before, so people would stop saying Swerve was going to be a transitional champ
Yeah,
for
man.
Ospreay at Wembley.
So,
And I respect it even more for that.
Yeah, although I wish we didn't know that information.
Well,
that's true.
We shouldn't have learned that right after the match. That should have been something
because
down
it
the line.
takes away from Swerve's win.
yes.
And it goes back to making people think that he's a transitional champion because you were this good guy.
Look at this
and
good white
allowed
man.
him. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
I
good
look to
British
let guy
white
win.
man.
Yeah.
I let bro win.
I want to give my final Money in the Bank thoughts as well, real quick. Drew was the best option to win and do that cash in.
Let's hear it.
I don't think LA Knight has already made his intentions known about the Logan Paul.
Right.
He didn't need the win. I can't respectfully see Carmelo Hayes beating Cody or Gunther because Gunther's going to win the world title. I don't see Carmelo Hayes winning that. I don't see Andrade winning that. He's the speed champion.
That was so disrespectful.
Look, I'm just saying. Do you see Andrade?
Nope, you're right.
Okay,
You're right.
All right. Jey Uso don't need it, and I think he still needs to get like 2 more moves in him, and then I could see him elevating, but I also see him moving towards something different. So again, I don't see him in that spot right now, and I think something you said last week or the past 2 weeks is you don't want a babyface to win the title or win Money in the Bank because then it has to be an honorable cash in.
Yeah, and I don't like honorable cash ins.
Yeah, we wouldn't have got that with Jey Uso. It would have been like, I got to do it, eat. Or
I'll
whatever.
do it next week. Yeah, then you're going to lose next week as well.
Yeah.
Except the only babyface cash in that I love
Big
to
E.
see. All right.
Big E, yeah, Big E
Shit.
was great.
Sorry, I was like, wasn't that the only one? Because I was like, was he the only Money in the Bank babyface?
No,
So there were others, but his cash in was definitely honorable, but it still was heel-ish. But he said it that same night. He's like, whoever wins this match, I'm cashing in on you. And it was beautiful. Thank you so much for the super chat to Maul Grant. Yeah, Maul Grant. Do you guys think it's going to be Jimmy coming back at SummerSlam and not Roman to cost Solo the title? Here's the thing. Jimmy has to come back before Roman does, or else his comeback won't matter. And I want his comeback to matter. So he has to come back before Roman to get that, not so much of a pop, but for it to just be validating the fact that he's been gone so long.
let me throw something in there too. What
Let's
if
hear
it's
it.
Jimmy and Roman together? Like Jimmy comes out, then he brings out Roman.
I love it.
Yeah, you show that there's unity in this side of the family as well.
But you also show that means that they didn't invest that much into the storyline for Jimmy. They're like, hey, you go out first and then call Roman out. But then at the same time, Money in the Bank was beautiful. Carmelo could have held the title, Money in the Bank briefcase, and we built him up as this hated heel. He was the long-reigning NXT champion.
Mhm.
I believe that he can't beat Cody, but he could have beat Damian Priest or cashed in on Gunther.
Do you think he could have beat? You think he could have beat Gunther?
I think he could have beat Gunther after a slobber knocker, like after a real big match, and Gunther was like drained, but not a fresh Gunther. No,
Gunther
no,
would have chopped that boy, and he would have disintegrated like
Yeah,
Thanos
you
snapped.
serious?
Yeah, I hate Carmelo, but I believe in him.
Yeah.
And Gable is my guy. I really wanted Gable to have that briefcase.
Gable was the only other person I could have seen winning it.
Yeah,
And I think that like that being how Gable finally gets his win over Gunther, but that would be another heel kind of deal. But I think they're moving Gunther into more of that tweener slot. Anyways.
yeah, he's more of he's turning face almost. Like he got a face pop when his music hit when Damian and Seth were talking.
Because he ain't been there. I think that's the only reason. He hasn't been on TV.
Well, again, everybody knows how great Gunther is. And after he won King of the Ring, there was a boo level because we're like, nah, you didn't really pin Randy.
Right.
So he left and took his hiatus as a heel. So for him to come back to that pop was like, all right, well, I guess we running with a babyface Gunther, the ring general, the king general, which he's not wanting to go by, but Michael Cole keep trying to force it.
Yeah, that's a weird. He's like, I got to be one of the two, man. I
Yeah,
can't be a king and a general at the same time.
king general.
But yeah, I think it told a lot of. There was a lot more. I kind of want to go back to 6 or 7 matches on a pay per view. And there was a lot. I think that the women's Money in the Bank elevated a lot of people.
It was great.
Yeah, I think
It stole the show for me.
yeah, that was. I think it's Chelsea Green is definitely in that slot where you can see her as a babyface now.
Yeah, Chelsea Green. That table spot was fire.
Brutal. But
Her
yeah,
to set it up.
yeah. But
You
that's-
set your own table up.
That's the rules, though, right? You set
you
it up.
set it up, you go through it.
Yeah.
If you set it up, you go through it.
That's the rules, typically.
I'll start paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Whoever sets it up, nine times out of 10 is the one that goes through. They'll set it up, and typically the match will happen about 5-10 more minutes. You'd be like, yeah, I forgot it was a table out there. And all of a sudden, boom, they threw it.
What's coming up for you, Jay Washington?
This week, man, if you're in DC, I am at BlurredCon this weekend in DC. I'll be in, and I'm doing a show Thursday at Encore Comedy in DC as well. So check that out. And Monday, I'll be at Pasadena at the Ice House taping for LMAOF, Laugh My Ass Off OnlyFans comedy. So I'm taping for that. Subscribe to the OnlyFans page. I have an OnlyFans page now. OnlyFans.com/Mr. J Washington. And yes, before they say anything, I have a shirtless pic up there. You can go ahead and pay for it. Go and see these chesticles. I've worked for them hard. Thank you. Not pausing. Take saying it all.
There's a girl that was on the Before the Bell Instagram page that wants to see that. So I hope that she subscribes to your OnlyFans, man. It's me. I just threw up in my mouth. I want to say, Carolina boy, thoughts on that Lola Vice promo. What are the worst promos y'all heard? We will answer that on the post show, which we're about to do now. Martin, what's coming up?
Hey, man, just follow the page. Follow me at Martin and Morrow. But more importantly, follow Before the Bell. We're on all social platforms, man.
I love it. So you're in DC Thursday through Sunday or Thursday through Saturday?
Thursday through Sunday.
Oh, nice. All right. I, ladies and gentlemen, would like to thank everybody who watched. I want to say thank you to everybody who commented. Please, as this episode goes up Monday morning, respond to the video. Leave some comments again. I want to see that engagement go back through the roof. Everybody who's been watching the show, everybody who's been giving super chats, we can do nothing but thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Again, thank you to Brilly who cuts our clips. Thank you to Williams Illustrations for creating all of this dope merch for us. And make sure you guys hit the store and get something for yourselves. We have something that works for any and every budget. Before the Bell, we gone.